cooperation, along with its relevant successful experiences in innovation in Kenya, addressing business, but also directly social aspects, such as women employment. We have in this country, for instance, a strong presence of important Italian companies, such as Eni, leader in the development of large programs and industrial plants. Renewable energy has been historically and will continue to be a cornerstone of our partnership, leveraging Italy's expertise in clean technologies, such as biofuel, and Kenya's commitment to green energy. But we also have small and innovative companies coming up through the organized support to startup incubators, such as E4Impact. The result is a rich and complex environment which allows innovative ideas to become sustainable and profitable business and make a real impact, with the correct mix of training, access to finance, business planning, marketing, and expertise. Therefore, I'm very glad to start this panel discussion with a tangible result of Italian entrepreneurs in the food chain. The founders of AflaZero Limited, who have very ambitious plan to develop a center of excellence in mycotoxins, exactly in collaboration with the University of Nairobi. In simple words, they established a new and affordable process to reduce and potentially eliminate aflatoxins. This is a mix of very dangerous toxic substances that develop due to humidity in conserved crops in tropical regions. As by combining forces, we can reach significant win-win results. Italy also collaborates with Kenya in the development of policies and regulations related to aflatoxin control in order to ensure food safety and protect public health by minimizing aflatoxin exposure. But we will learn more details about this later directly from the founders and collaborators of the startup AflaZero. Actually, our joint work does not stop here. We study many more initiatives exploring opportunities in key sectors, such as healthcare, digital technologies, creative industries, and smart cities. To this aim, cooperation between government, private sector, academia, and civil society is key for making an environment that fosters creativity and supports the growth of innovative ventures. And finally, innovation is not only about technology and business. It is about people, culture, and inclusivity. As we, Italy and Kenya, proceed together in this partnership, we must continue to foster a spirit of cultural exchange, mutual respect, and understanding, like we have been doing in the long-lasting relations between our countries. In conclusion, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all the individuals, organizations, and institutions involved in making this partnership a reality. Your dedication, and I address to students in particular, and commitment to innovation serve as an inspiration to us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's give him another round of applause, because that level of partnership that will extend beyond what we have now, but Ambassador, we appreciate. Mary, you can take over.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's appreciate the ambassador. Thank you. Because he has said what we are doing together with the university about innovation. Thank you very much. Sorry, I think I need some guidance here because I've just come in. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, sorry about that. It's now my pleasure to welcome Luca Arinovi. Luca? Who? Oh, Fabrizio. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm seeing it written in a pen here. So, fantastic. Let's appreciate Fabrizio. Yes. Thank you. Welcome.
Good afternoon to everybody. As Professor said, my name is Fabrizio Cardillo, and CEO of Aflazero. Today is an honor to be here to engage this important dialogue about the challenge of aflatoxin. As already has been introduced, the problem of aflatoxin contamination in Kenya and the rest of East Africa and the world in general, and the innovative solution that we are bringing to this table. Aflazero is a Kenyan company. I will just do a small introduction before entering to details with our director. Aflazero is a Kenyan company backed by decades of research and development by Italian expertise in the field of eradication of control of the aflatoxin. Is rooted in our Italian heritage. Our expertise is centered around the belief in the power of science, innovation, and technology to positively transform society. And this is the best, I think, forum to enter in this innovation and technology. This is, we believe, that we hold dearly, and is the one that drives our mission to help to combat the prevalence of aflatoxin and mycotoxin in Kenya. Is an issue that not only affects agricultural yield, trade in the region, but more importantly, very importantly, the health of millions of people. Aflatoxin poses a significant risk to food security, economic growth, and public health in Kenya, and the need for effective strategy to combat this cannot be overrated. We are here today because we believe that this collaboration with the University of Nairobi is going to be a key in this process. In this spirit, Aflazero is very proud to engage this partnership with the University of Nairobi to adapt and implement our groundbreaking aflatoxin eradication solution right here in Kenya. Our solution, developed through 20 years of tireless research in partnership with an Italian company, AIRMEC, is designed to effectively address the aflatoxin challenge. The process to ensure that our solution fits Kenya's unique agricultural landscape has been both challenging and also rewarding. This has happened only thanks to the openness, professionalism, and solution-driven attitude that we found in this country. This condition put Kenya ahead of any other country in the world to find the right solution to eradicate mycotoxin. We found here the right environment to deploy, to implement this technology more than any place around the world. Yet, with the support of University of Nairobi, we are making significant progress. This partnership between Aflazero and University of Nairobi to establish a center of excellence for aflatoxin eradication in East Africa is testament to this. We are thrilled to be part of this initiative, and we are very optimistic that it will serve as a milestone of innovation, and not just for Kenya, but for the entire East Africa region and the entire world. This is the first plant in the world that we are putting in Kenya. This, for people that maybe they don't know, is the first 2 plants in Kenya in the world. As we look towards to a future of improved health, improved agricultural productivity, and increased market access for Kenyan products, we also see a horizon that promises stronger Kenya-Italian collaboration and increased technological progress. Today, we are not just discussing about mycotoxin and aflatoxin eradication control. No, today we are discussing a future where Kenyan crops are healthier, where farmers are happier, and where the people of this great country are healthier, more prosperous, and ahead in knowledge, technology, and innovation. At this point, I would like to introduce our Business Development Director, who will illustrate further in detail of the Center of Excellency, our initial approach to tackling and eradicate aflatoxin contamination. Please, Join me to welcome Dr. Luca Alinovi. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you to the Deputy Vice Chancellor for your kindness and your always welcoming us from the day one. Thank you to the Ambassador, our Italian Ambassador here, which has been super promoting and pushing us to do the right things. It's been very helpful all along. And thank you to all the fellows of the academia world here around, which have been welcoming us really from day one as if we are in our family, which we really feel so. Let me tell you where we are starting from, and that's where Fabrizio mentioned it in simple terms and practical terms as is capable to, but the reality is that aflatoxins are destroying the world, and Kenya is one of the very few countries in the world which has decided to fight against that openly, bravely, without scare of calling the name of what it is, and creating a big fight. I had the privilege to serve in this country as the country representative of FAO in 2013, 2014, 2015. That's where we met, yes, you are right, Deputy Chancellor. I had the privilege to follow directly what these governments, of the previous government, but a lot of people are at the same place, so I would say the government has been able to do in Kenya. You were forced to destroy 30,000 tons of maize because of aflatoxin, which means spending a lot of money for destroying maize, which means losing food, which means being obliged to buy again food to do the right thing. That was what triggered us from that days to try to find the right solution. And I want also to say that thanks to a company that someone may know or may not know, which is Trademark Africa, and there is Andrew Dewa there, which has been helping us through this difficult process of starting to build the first 2 plants for the world. Trademark Africa, at the time of Trademark East Africa, decided to launch a tender to find one or two companies able to provide 2 plants using ozone-based technology to clean aflatoxin. Since then, we won the first tender worldwide on that, and we installed the first plant, which is going to be very soon commissioned in Nairobi, and the second one will be in Bungoma. I'm giving you just all this background. Later, I think, with Andrew, we'll discuss more in detail. But just to give you this background that explains what is in our mind. In our mind, this partnership, dear friends of the University of Nairobi, is a revolution. Is a revolution for several things. First, become the center of knowledge of the most advanced technology worldwide, the most advanced center of knowledge worldwide on mycotoxin. I think this is a massive game changer. I was laughing with a very famous professor in this topic from US yesterday, telling him, I'm just waiting for you guys to ask for scholarship to send your American student to the University of Nairobi, not vice versa. That's the revolution that we have in mind. That has to become the revolutionary center of excellence. It requires a lot of energy for everyone. It requires bringing the most capable people here, letting them drop their knowledge here, let us absorb it from here, and let's own it. Let's make that knowledge become the knowledge of that center. As a Flat Zero, we are fully committed. We are fully committed to bring this energy here. We are fully committed to solve the problem. And why solving the problem is a revolution? Solving the problem is a beginning of a new way of looking at this problem. I compare it often as during the initial period of AIDS, and we didn't have treatment. And so everything was just preventing and information. When we discovered treatments, when we discovered the drugs, everything changed, because we had also the solution to treat people which were affected. Doesn't mean that we should not prevent. On the contrary, we should increase the prevention. But in reality, if we have a treatment opportunity as we have now, the world is going to change. We are going to be able to eradicate the aflatoxin from our country, our areas. And that will happen only if we implement this initiative, implement this program. I was talking before on a site with the ambassador, and we are saying how many, he was asking me, right, so how many are mycotoxin? An enormity. We have mycotoxin in everything. Unfortunately, we have mycotoxin in our beer that we drink every day. We have mycotoxin in the milk. We have mycotoxin in the meat. We have mycotoxin in the eggs. We have mycotoxin in all the cereal, in all the oil seeds. So we are having mycotoxin everywhere, and we need to deal with it. My expectation, Deputy Assistant Vice Chancellor, my really dream is, as we discuss with you guys, is to have the center, as we were asking, when we are able to create physically inside the Faculty of Agriculture, but as a very inter-faculty exercise. I know how complicated it is. I had the privilege to serve in some part of my life in the academia. I understand the complexity of the politics of academia, are the same worldwide. Don't look at me bizarre. It's the same thing. But we need to build an incredible amount of knowledge in one place. We need people that understand medical science. We need people that understand biology. We need people that understand chemistry. We need people that understand engineering. We need people that understand trade and business. All that piece of knowledge should also help us to build policy. And how we do all that will create an enormous amount of effort to bring energy from countries that want to contribute to us and creating that capacity in place. Now, I see with a bit of concern that there are relatively few senior students. I see a lot of future students of this university, which is a great sign to me. My take here is this is a unique opportunity to build their future knowledge. That is an incredible, my concern is that you may think in the discussion of innovation that innovation is easy. Innovation is super complicated. You have to be more intelligent than the others to innovate. You have to know more. You have to study more. You have to be a top engineer. And to be that, you have to study a lot, to learn a lot, to steal a lot of knowledge from anyone. And to do that, it requires a lot of exposure. And that's where I really hope that the center become a place where people queue to come and steal some knowledge, because there's going to be a lot of knowledge that need to be attracted. The big hope is to see the future student attracted by this topic, because this is a complicated topic. As you may have listened, we are using ozone. Is any one of the student people in this room that know what ozone is? Any hands up? Be careful, because if I end up one of my days to teach here and I don't see any hands up, you get troubles in grading. Nobody knows what ozone is. So, ozone is a substance that is a molecule which is a combination of three atoms of oxygen. It happens naturally, so we are able to clean this very dangerous toxin from the maize that makes your ugali, from any other grain, using a very simple chemical process which is made out of our air and goes back in our air clean, and the maize become a clean maize that you can eat. It's a very nice process, super complicated. The fact that you're not able to raise a hand just to understand what ozone is, it means that you have to study a lot, but study a lot so that you can work with us. Study a lot because we can solve the problem. Like my friend Bimal was saying earlier this morning, we love to hire people. We are company here, we are private sector, we are searching for knowledge here to solve problem. And do the right thing, study a lot, be specialized, understand what you're doing, and you will have for sure great opportunities, because we are all investors here, which are putting the money in this country to give a future to this country. And the center, as I'm imagining, and I'm hoping that I'm not wrong, I think actually I'm pretty much right, Mary, the center will become a center of attraction for a lot of knowledge and the future of a brilliant future of Kenya. Thank you.
So thank you very much. Let's appreciate him again. We are talking about the future. We are talking about a center of excellence that will solve a lot of problems when it relates to food safety and food security. And you know, the matter of food affects everyone, the young and old alike. So we are really excited that the center of its kind, it will be here in Kenya, and it will be actually aimed to attract students from abroad to come to learn from here. And I can see our young students here. That is something you should look forward into, because we are looking at you to solve the problem of the future. Let's appreciate him once again. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate that, the great opportunity. You could have gone to other university, but you chose the University of Nairobi. Thank you very much. So it's now my pleasure to invite Mario. Mario, I don't know whether I pronounce this well, Bratai, yes, Director, AICS Kenya. And as we do it in Kenya, makofi kwake, let's appreciate with a round of applause. That is how we do it here. Fantastic, karibu.
Well, I want to thank, first of all, the University of Nairobi for having us here. I want to thank the ambassador for being together with us, all our partners for Impact, the Catholic University, and some of our Impact also, ENI is here. And I also want to thank the CEOs and all the high-profile leaders that are here present with us, Luca Linovi, and all our guests, and the students, most of all, for being with us here. I'm really honored to speak today about the Italian Agency for Development Cooperation, which I represent here today, and to present a bit our commitment to Kenya's economic development through our support to the private sector and innovation. The role of innovation in the private sector in the development of Kenya's economy is crucial, and we know that very well. It plays a very significant role in generating employment opportunities, increasing productivity, and creating wealth. But let me give you some context of why we're so lucky and well-placed to be working with you in Kenya as an agency. Kenya has been recognized as a leading innovation hub in Africa, known for its dynamic entrepreneurial spirit and technological advancements. Nairobi, the capital city, is home to numerous tech hubs and incubators that provide a supportive environment for startups and entrepreneurs. The Kenyan government has taken several initiatives to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. So we have the creation of the Konza Smart City, a large-scale technological city that aims to attract local and international tech companies that provide a conducive environment for innovation. Also, the government has also established the Kenya ICT Authority to drive digital transformation and innovation in various sectors. Kenya, we all know, has been at the forefront of mobile money innovation with the success of M-Pesa. This mobile-based payment system has revolutionized financial services in the country, providing easy and secure transactions for millions of Kenyans and millions of people in the region, because M-Pesa has moved outside the borders of Kenya. The success of M-Pesa has also spurred the growth of fintech startups focused on digital payments, lending, and other financial services, meaning they have created an amazing part of the ecosystem that Kenya already has. Kenya has a thriving startup scene with companies across various sectors, including agriculture, healthcare, e-commerce, logistics, and renewable energy. The country has witnessed successful startups that have attracted a lot of significant investments from local and international investors. And Kenya has experienced a steady increase in venture capital investments and impact investments. Local and international investors are recognizing the potential of Kenyan market and actively supporting startups. Additionally, various funding initiatives, such as the Kenya Venture Capital Private Equity Association and the Kenya Innovation Agency, provide support and funding opportunities for entrepreneurs. So collaboration and networking play a vital role in Kenya's innovation ecosystem. Events like this, the Nairobi Innovation Week, the Kenya Innovation Week, and numerous tech meetups bring together entrepreneurs, investors, and industry experts to share knowledge, showcase innovation, and build partnerships. So this is a vibrant innovation. And private sector ecosystem plays a vital role in the development of Kenya's economy by driving economic growth, facilitating technological transfer, supporting infrastructure development, creating jobs, fostering market competitiveness, and generating positive social impact. So let me say this, what a better place for us and what a better environment for us as an agency to foster development through support to the innovation in Kenya. Innovation, of course, involves the transfer of technology and knowledge. And we as an agency, we try to do that in all of our projects. We've done that through some of the projects that we have financed in Kenya, and one of them is the For Impact Acceleration Center with the Catholic University of Milan, where actually they have the project has connected some of the best Italian excellencies to the Kenyan entrepreneurs. We decided in 2018 to support the local entrepreneurs through the Acceleration Center because we understand that entrepreneurship is the only vehicle that could generate inclusive transformation for the entrepreneurs themselves, the communities, and the environment. By 2020, we decided to expand our support to the center, and in order to reinforce the roots and deepen the presence of the Italian innovation and Italian entrepreneurship spirit. We also have partnered with UNIDO in order to leverage on the UNIDO's experience on manufacturing and innovation in industrial production. The UNIDO part is also supporting the center with international partnerships and innovative products. Our commitment to innovation is evident also in our support to the Innovative Center on Renewable Energies that we are finalizing at the San Kizito Center. The San Kizito is a vacation center here in Nairobi, where we partner together with some of the Italian excellencies in innovation, such as ENI, on the organic photovoltaic panels, where we are introducing them to the Kenyan markets, and we're using them in some of the communities on the coast and in Nairobi. At the same center, we're building a microgrid, a mini grid together with the Rest for Africa Foundation, which is a foundation focused on renewable energies adoption in Africa and elsewhere. The mini grid will be a unique center for training on renewable energy technology management and management. I would say that's it. Some of our other projects we try to be very careful on how we can be innovative to all the projects we do in Kenya. For example, we were supporting in our coffee project on Arabica project, where we support 30,000 farmers in 7 counties. We're trying to provide some innovative platform on traceability of the coffee production. So these are some of the activities we're doing in Kenya, but I want to just lastly talk about our profit programs that we have with the Italian private sector. We try to partner with the private sector in Italy. These are called the profit programs that we have, and we try to, so this is one of our ways to bring innovation to Kenya. We partner with private Italian companies that can identify a very important project with a very specific development objective, and where we do a matching between private funds and public funds in order to develop projects in Kenya. We have 4 or 5 of these projects in Kenya, and this is a match 1-to-1 with public funding and private funding. So these are some of the these are some of the activities that we do. We try to bring as much innovation as we can and leverage the experience that we have as a country and the experience of our SMEs, our Italian SMEs. So we are really glad to work with the Kenyan government and our local and international partners, enhancing the support that we jointly provide to the entrepreneurs and to the innovation actors from the various sectors of the Kenyan economy. That's a broad and like a synthetic picture of what we do. I'm very glad to be here. Thanks to everyone. Thank you.
So thank you very much. Another round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for, for bringing innovation to Kenya, because it's about learning from what is happening in other country and contextualizing in what is happening in this country. Then we'll come up with a solution that fit different contexts. Asante sana. Makofi tena, the Kenyan style. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's now my pleasure to invite Mario. Yes, Mario Molteni. And I'll be calling Bui Amod Nyaga to come on stage. Please come.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you to the University of Nairobi for this really interesting meeting. Well, I would like to share with you some consideration about my experience at E4 Impact Foundation. No? You see, this foundation is in Italian origin, has two main goals. To develop impact entrepreneurship in Africa, so entrepreneurship able to combine impact, social impact and economic result, and then to create a bridge between Italy and Europe and Africa, and especially Kenya. Well, I'm not still a Kenyan citizen. I hope to become, because it is my second country now, because I came here the first time in 2009, and then I'm very often here because this is the center of our activities in Africa. Well, we started with an MBA, and then in 2018, thanks to Agency of Italian Cooperation and also to ENI, we had the opportunity to launch what was at that time an accelerator in Karen, an accelerator for new Kenyan enterprises. And then we had the opportunity to enhance this project, and now we consider this an entrepreneurship center, because it's not just an accelerator, but is a place in which different activities connected to entrepreneurship could be managed. Companies with more experience, also partnerships between Italian and Kenyan companies, and so on. No? The motto of this center is where Kenyan innovators meet Italian businesses. No? That's very, very, very important for us. And let's say our role is very simple. Also, if we have a lot to do for that. No? Well, we find on the ground the innovation, because Kenyan people have a lot of innovations, and let's say the challenge is to move from an innovation to a company, to an enterprise. Because this is the innovation is at the heart of the business, but innovation is not enough to succeed, to create a job, to create wealth for the population. You need that innovation is put inside a business model, and this business model has access to finance, access to market, and so on. So that's very important. we have a lot of innovations, but we must transform the innovation and become at the heart of, at the core of an enterprise. An enterprise able to be Kenyan, to be Pan-African, to be international. No, that's our challenge. Well, we, as I told you before, we are trying to be a bridge between Kenya and Italy, Kenya and Europe. But after, well, some trial and errors and so on, we understood this, that the real value of what we have now are the Kenyan companies that we developed during these years, no? Because with our MBA accelerators and so on, we had the opportunity to train and coach more than 1,000 enterprises in Kenya. And this is a huge asset because Italian entrepreneurs, Italian companies are very interested to partnering with these entrepreneurs. That's, I think, the new way of creating a cooperation between our countries. Not just selling, not just suppliers, but really partnering between companies. And this is very, very important. So, well, I want to be very short. For now and the next future, we identified, because we have to make some choices, no? It's not possible to do everything, no? And so we identified 4, let's say, macro value chains that are absolutely relevant for Kenya. They are near to the old big 4 of Kenya, no? And that are absolutely relevant for Italy, because Italy is known for these activities. Well, the 4 value chains are, first of all, agri-food. Well, is huge, but there are several topics concerning this that are relevant for Kenya and Italy. Second, circular economy, waste management, all these kind of activities connected with sustainability. Third, building and construction. And 4, very important, let's say, the creativity sector, no? That is fashion and design. So, agri-food, circular economy, building, and creativity. And what are we trying to do? Well, we are trying now to connect more and more the new Kenyan companies, but not only the new. So, for example, if you know companies of from these 4 macro value chain, please put in contact with us that will support you in finding a partnership with the Italian companies. And, well, working together between Kenya and Italy and finding the different solution as technology transfer, commercial contact, equity agreement between companies. And I think that this is really the future of our collaboration. So I think that the idea of boost innovation through partnerships is our future, and we want to serve this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Again, let's appreciate him. He's talked about something which is very critical, especially in our economy, that we have a lot of innovation, but those innovations need to be transformed to business, and they need to be transformed to enterprise. because that is what will contribute to sustainable development, job creation, as well as socioeconomic development. Very great insight there. We should not stop at innovating. We should think about a business model that will move our innovation to a business and to an enterprise. He has also, among many other things that he has said, he has also offered us that he's willing to support our companies in Kenya to have connection with Italian company. I want a round of applause for that. We will indeed be partnering together because we have many companies, many startups that need to connect with other companies that in other contexts for them to learn and for them also to grow. So thank you for that. It's now my pleasure to invite Bui Arnold Nyaga, who is representing Dr. Beatrice Inyagara, PS, Higher Education and Research. And when he's here, he's representing the government of Kenya. Can we, sorry. Sorry, I am. Sorry. ENI, sorry. Oh, it was written here. What is ENI?
The Italian energy company.
Called? ENI. Okay, my apologies. Where his name is written is where the government name was written. And because I come from government, you know what that happened. You have to recognize the government. But having said that, please accept my apology. I want to invite now on stage Bui Arnold Nyaga, who is representing ENI, Italian Energy Company. Bui, karibu. Let's appreciate him because I called him government. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon. So for the interest of time, I know it's lunchtime, I'll try speed up my presentation. You've heard my counterparties panelists mention ENI. We are a global integrated energy company with roots in Italy, active at every stage of the value chain, from oil and gas exploration and production to cogenerated electricity and renewables, including both traditional and biorefining and chemicals. During the first week of this month, ENI, together with B entrepreneurs and in collaboration with the Embassy of Italy, Nairobi, launched the Seeds for Sustainable Energy program, 35% of the country's GDP, and employs over 61
of toxins. Those toxins have an impact either on your health, your immunity, and you can gather them from almost every substrate that you take in as food. So we are focusing on a problem that is of great significance to an economy that has its backbone in agriculture. The role of the University of Nairobi and the role of universities is actually very clear. And the University of Nairobi prides itself in the commitment to generate knowledge and knowledge to serve our people and knowledge to serve the global community. And in our anthem, we say, the University of Nairobi anthem, we say that knowledge sets the people free. We are not free until we become knowledgeable. I can see a professor nodding because he is loaded with knowledge and therefore he is feeling entirely free, having taken advantage of the opportunity that the University of Nairobi has provided over the years. The importance of international collaboration needs no emphasis because it's very clear. We are dealing with problems that go beyond any individual country. We are dealing with global problems. As such, we need global partnerships. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we should start celebrating the international collaboration that has been brought on board by AflaZero company to the University of Nairobi. I wish to request that we give them a round of applause. Thank you very much, AflaZero company, led by two gentlemen who have been working with the university for only the last 2 months. And yet today, we are talking about a great baby that is about to be born. In the same vein, we recognize the connector between University of Nairobi and AflaZero company was none other than Trademark Africa, championed by Dr. Andrew Endewa. And Dr. Endewa is in this audience. Maybe he can stand and we clap. We clap for you. University of Nairobi, we are proud of our alumni. Dr. Andrew Endewa is a member of the alumni of the University of Nairobi. He is now working with Trademark Africa. So when we say, we talk about our alumni, our strength, we are focusing on people like Dr. Andrew Endewa. Welcome, Dr. Andrew Endewa. We are here to celebrate a partnership. A partnership that has promise of going beyond the initial structure. The initial relationship was between Trademark Africa and University of Nairobi. It has grown to bring AflaZero company. It has grown to bring on board E for Impact. It has grown to bring on board E&I, represented here. So we are talking about emotion that has been created to the desired direction. Dr. Luca Alinovi has talked about the need to bring many other people on board, not just the Faculty of Agriculture and the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. At this point, I wish to encourage other departments in the University of Nairobi to come in and join this collaboration. When he mentioned about engineering, he probably forgot to mention the School of Business, where Professor Munyoki comes from, and even the social sciences. We need everyone on board to seize this opportunity that has descended at our time, and when we are active and running about, and when climate change is threatening to make the problems that we are dealing with much greater or worse in terms of their impact on livelihoods of our people. There are many success stories that we can talk about in the University of Nairobi as products of partnerships. Just the other day, we were celebrating the launch of Taifa One. That was and is a product of a working relationship between the University of Nairobi and her partners. I am excited to report or to talk about the anticipated Center of Excellence in removal of mycotoxins from food, the food that we eat, and the feed that our animals eat, because the toxins that the animals eat finally end up gaining access to the human body. This is truly a unique center. Those who listen to what Dr. Alinovi was describing, we are talking about to have another magnet. We are going to attract people from all over the world. Most of us trained in Europe or had at least a stint in Europe. We are now talking about Europeans. We are talking about Italians studying in Kenya. We are talking about South Africans studying in Kenya, and our neighboring communities in Uganda, Tanzania, coming into Kenya. So look at the ripple effect that this center is going to create. Look at the private sector that is going to be attracted into the university with the aim of removing mycotoxins from the food items and the feed. So we are talking about a very unique institution. And when we imagine that the government of Italy, which was represented by our ambassador here, he has just walked out, that the government of Italy has come on board first and foremost, to bless the relationship. And then we are talking about step 2, where we expect them to channel technical and financial resources. Then we are talking of a very great idea that many of us should continue celebrating and praying that it comes into being. As the University of Nairobi, as the Kenyan community, we are envisioning a brighter future. A future that will be founded on knowledge, a future that will be founded on cutting-edge technology that delivers not just food security, but also delivers sustainable economic development. Let's not forget that ours is an agricultural community, is an agricultural country. The call to all of us, let's seize this golden opportunity. Let's seize this opportunity to create a better future for the students who are seated here, who are certainly going to be the key beneficiaries of the strategies that we are putting in place. In conclusion, I wish to urge all of us to engage in discussion, to freely exchange ideas on how we can grow the systems that we are creating so that they become the foundation upon which sustainable development will be founded. With those few remarks, may I once again, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, encourage all of us to spend time in the university, to interact with the students, to interact with the professors, and above all, to walk through the exhibition area and take note of what is happening there with a view towards benefiting from those innovations and also preparing to be an exhibitor next year, because at a time like this next year, we shall be having a similar event. This is Nairobi Innovation Week, is an annual event that is growing from strength to strength. It will be better next year. So welcome on board. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's appreciate the Vice Chancellor representative again. Thank you. Yeah, he's very passionate about collaboration. You've heard his sentiments, and he has also invited us to continue going to the exhibition just to see what is happening there. And also, he has told us Nairobi Innovation Week is an annual event. So I want really to thank the panelists. Thank you for a job well done. Let the ITARI Kenya Collaboration and University of Nairobi live long. Let's appreciate ourselves. Thank you very much. We are remaining here because, this session ran late because of our visual opening. So there is another event which is starting here immediately. And I would like somebody who is taking the photo, just to take the panelists, the photos as before they leave so that we can usher the other session.